Hello and welcome along to the shed with myself, Trevor, and I'm delighted to be joined by my co-host from the Water Buffalo Club 716, Therese. How are you keeping this evening, Therese?
I'm good, but look it, I don't even have a hat in my background, and you have your hat in the background, and I
I have,
can't
and I have
even.
your hat in the background too.
I know that's what I'm saying. I have my Water Buffalo Club baseball cap on by New Era, I must add, but yeah, I love seeing your horns up over there.
Oh, it's amazing. I was delighted when I got it. I was looking forward to it for the second I heard it was coming.
Yeah,
I couldn't wait,
I
so I
love it.
couldn't. You're very welcome along to the show. So we'll jump straight into it. There's a big day in Buffalo tomorrow. Hallmark are doing a movie. It's called a holiday touchdown, a Bill's love story. Tell us
Yes.
about it.
So it's been a big deal here in Buffalo for a few weeks now that they've been filming at the stadium in different areas around the city. And a couple of the guys have been in it, Dawson Knox and Deion Dawkins and a few others. And Jim Kelly was in it last week, Andre Reed yesterday, a few others. So today they're filming a Christmas Carol scene. It's kind of crazy because it's warm here, so everybody that's in the scene has to wear stuff as if it's winter time. Um, I am in the finale scene tomorrow, which I'm
Wow.
very happy it's indoors because I do not do well in the heat. And so they asked me if I would be in the final scene and told me that there would be other notable Bills Mafia members there. I know Elvis is going to be there, who I know quite well, and of course not the real Elvis, but John Lang will be there. He's Elvis. And he said there'll be some other surprises, so you're going to have a lot of fun. So I'm excited. I don't know what I'm in for. I could be in a back corner, or I could be somewhere in front and center. I'm not sure. Don't even know. I'm waiting for my call.
It sounds amazing. It doesn't matter where you are. When they have it built up like that, it's going to be an amazing day. It sounds like it.
Yeah. The movie. I mean, they've been doing these movies within the NFL. Last year they did Kansas City, and it's a really feel good movie on Hallmark, and it comes out. My understanding is it comes out somewhere around Thanksgiving, and of course leads up into the holiday. So yeah, it should be fun.
It should be amazing. And before we go into the football side of it, Josh and Haley has got married, and for myself, and I'm sure from you too, I congratulate them. I'm delighted, and I wish them many, many happy years. And I'm sure he's got a big smile on his face at the interviews today, the media interviews. I hope everything goes brilliantly for them.
Oh yeah, it's pretty fun. I mean, uh, everybody just loves them and loves her here, so it's going to be fun to see where this goes from there and see the little babies pop out. Hopefully in a couple of years,
Oh yeah,
and hopefully
you wouldn't.
another ring. Right? Hopefully this is just his first ring. We need the second ring. So
Yeah, it'll complete the hand. That is for
yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Um, Speaking about football, the OTAs are the start today in Buffalo, and yesterday I did a little video for the build-up of our show, and I was talking about James Cook. And at the time, it didn't look like he was going to be there, but thankfully he did show up, and he was interviewed by the media. What are your thoughts on him showing up, and do you hold out that he will be the James Cook he was from last year?
Yeah, I think things will settle down a little bit. And his one comment today was, "I love my money." So I mean, but he's here. He's practicing. He said he's going to come to mini camp. So let's hope that this is even a bigger motivator to have him perform even better this season. Usually that's what does happen. And then he can, then he's got the navigating or power to get more money at that point. So, I mean, he seemed okay in his interview and happy to be here. He was a little distant. He sounded like he didn't feel well either, honestly. But but it was good to see that he's here. That's the most important part.
It is. Hopefully, bridges, whatever little bridges might be damaged, can be repaired easily. The sad thing, I think, for him is, I know he's looking for Saquon or something similar to Saquon Barkley's contract. And yes, he had an amazing season last year. But I'd be kind of thinking, as Brandon Beane's head, if he does it this year, then by all means pay him. But you've seen a lot of footballers, not just in NFL, in other sports, have a great season, get well paid for what they do, and then the following season, nothing. And, yes, he was brilliant last year, and I'm delighted he's there, but I would be hoping that if he had a similar year to last year, as you said, improve that little bit more, then by all means give him what he's looking for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's just protecting himself and his future and his family. So we'll see where it all pans out. I'm just happy he's here because he's happy to be with all the guys. And, it's business. And he said that it's a business. So I think we've got a great team, and having him on the team is going to benefit everybody. So, and we got a good backup. Ray Davis is awesome as well. So
we have, yes, 100%. And another thing is having Josh Allen and him as a leader there. You couldn't but want to play for that man.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that. I was thinking earlier today, can't wait for Josh to kind of see him and kind of pat him on the back and say, it's going to be all right. We're going to get you a bigger contract. So let's, the camaraderie of the guys coming together is great.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I seen the end of Sean McDermott's interview, and the one piece I took out of it was he was asked a question about how the young guys are doing, and he was saying how they're judged on how they do, not whether they're young or old. And that he said he's done that for 9 years, and he's going to continue to do it. That's a great statement if you're a rookie and you want to show yourself up to get into that team. It's a great motivational tool.
For sure. Yep, absolutely. I heard him say that as well, and I thought the same thing. And it's going to be fun watching how this all progresses and pans out. And we've got so much talent. It's amazing.
We have. There's a friend of mine who's previewing all the 32 franchises and their their schedule for the year, and she was doing at the Buffalo Bills, and she was comparing what she thinks the Buffalo Bills will do. Now, she's an Atlanta Falcons fan, so it's not a Bills fan, and she was comparing the schedule in her eyes to what ChatGPT would give. And it turns out she's thinking that the Bills will have a very good season. She was saying how some people are saying that they could go 17-0, that their squad is that strong. But ChatGPT says we'll be 9-8, which isn't a good sign either.
Interesting. I you know what? I'd rather hear the 9-8 because 17-0 scares me. I don't like that. Even thinking that, but I think I thought about it actually. I thought, oh God, could you imagine if we went 17-0?
Well, the only thing that it is crazy, and look at it, it is it's only been done by one. Well, the Patriots did it, but they didn't win the Super Bowl. But the Dolphins went undefeated. But the thing about it is, the last 2 or 3 years, this team has been morphing into and improving every single year, and the pieces that we were missing last year, like our offense was amazing and our defense was very good, but it just wasn't. If you look at the Eagles in the Super Bowl, they demolished Kansas City. Their defense demolished the Kansas City offensive line. 1 or 2 players were just that strong; they were impossible to stop. And we were just missing 1 or 2 of them players to. We've have a very good defense before them, but 1 or 2 just to push and be able to say, right, Mahomes, we're coming for you, and for their offensive line to be afraid, and so on. And I think we've improved in the defense this year as well.
Absolutely. I mean, what they did to beef up that defense was so awesome. Of course, we still have to see how it all pans out. It looks great on paper right now, right? And we got to reduce the injuries. But it's, I mean, they're going to be intense out there. It's going to be one of the top defense in the whole league for sure.
Yes, and that's the thing that settles the nerves on me this year is that you don't have to expect Josh Allen and the offense to get 30 points a game because their defense might concede 28 or something like that.
Right.
You're going to have glitches. Every team will have a glitch during the season, but in the general gist, you can now go, right, if we score 21 or 19 or something, I trust our defense to get us out of jail.
Yep, absolutely. Get us out of jail. I like it. Yeah, I mean, defense wins the games, right?
Well, that's what they say. Super Bowl, our defensive win championships. So, it's looking good for us so far.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
It is, surely. On other news, Aaron Rodgers has signed for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And I just saw that he got married too.
Oh, well, congratulations to Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know. Adam Schefter just tweeted it a little while ago.
Well, I wish him well in the marriage. I hope it's not as dramatic as his football.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
The Steelers who are coming to Ireland now will have Aaron Rodgers with them, and I think the game it'll be hard enough to get tickets for now. But with him there, I've seen an awful lot of people jump on the bandwagon since because it's Aaron Rodgers coming.
Right.
Do you think the Steelers were right to take? I have my own opinions, but people think I know a lot of them know them. But do you think they were right to go for Aaron Rodgers, or would you, if you were going back to the draft, would you have said, right, we don't have a quarterback, let's get a rookie and let's go, start from there?
I don't know enough about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a phenomenal player when he was at Green Bay, and we saw what he did at New York. He's a head case. Maybe their coach, who I actually respect, can reel him in, but who knows? I'm glad he's not on our team, and you never know with somebody with that kind of talent. We have to play them, of course.
Yeah,
in December, if I remember correctly. And I will be going to that game. So, I mean, we'll see. For our sake, I hope he doesn't do well at all. Right? It's AFC, forget it. Yeah. He's going to do horrible. So,
is it like Mike Tomlin has had a winning season every season he's been head coach at the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yep.
And his quarterbacks since Roethlisberger have been hit and miss. An awful lot of them are missed, but he still got them places. But is this his biggest gamble yet? Because he's been getting hit with the tag of, well, you get us a winning season and you get us to the playoffs, and then for the last number of years we're one and done. I don't think he can take another one and done, because there was an awful lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans unhappy last year when they were one and done. So is Aaron Rodgers an awful gamble by Mike Tomlin?
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what their offensive line is like. They're going to need a pretty powerful offensive line. Aaron's pretty slow these days. It's going to be fun to kind of watch where that all pans out. But how old is Aaron now? 30?
He's 42, I think.
Is he 42?
Yeah, he's heading for 42
moly.
if he hasn't did it already, yeah.
Wow. Okay, I thought he was late 30s. All right. Well, more power to him. I hope that he gets out of there injury-free, but not successful.
Yeah, agreed. Other news from the NFL is Stefon Diggs. He had a little episode. He was back training with the Patriots yesterday. He was out in the fields. Are you happy he's with the Patriots?
You know, I don't know what he is thinking, what he's doing. Uh, I saw him dating the musician. I can't even think of her name. And
Cardi, I think.
yeah, and I mean, I've talked to Steph a few times. I've seen him. He knows, I know who he is. He knows who I am, just from some of the work I've done with the Bills. And I liked him when he was here, but since he's left, his ego has just, I don't know. I'm glad he's gone. He's so talented, and no, I don't want him to succeed at the Patriots because it's our competitor, right?
Yeah.
So I'm being selfish. I want them to lose. So I was hoping it could work out with him here years ago, but it didn't, and time to move on. Now, I mean, look at what he's bringing to New England. I mean, what he did on the boat, ridiculous. It's just crazy to me. I'm still in shock over it, and I haven't followed it in the past like week or so. I don't know whether the investigation stood or anything, but it didn't look good.
No, it didn't look good. And the thing is, I was saying to you earlier, Good Morning Football, and they were asking, would he make a leader? And there was two guests on that were saying, the former NFL players, that they seem having an impact, but not as a leader, that there isn't a leader there. But Kyle Brandt was saying on it that you know what you're going to get with him. You know that he will come in and he will play well at the start, but whenever his time is up, it'll be an implosion, and there'll be a big drama, and that'll be it. And when you look back at it, he threw the toys out of the pram at Minnesota. He had done well there, and then wanted a change. Then he caused havoc at us. It lasted longer than I thought it should. He should have been ousted long before that, but he went to Houston, then he had his injury, and now he's gone to the Patriots. But the thing with the boat is, if he was a rookie, as stupid as that was, regardless if it was sweet dust that's in it or whatever else in the bag, you'd say, well, he's a rookie and he has no sense. But he is a professional and been a professional for years, and he really, really let himself down.
Yeah, big time. Yep. It's a shame. I hate to see somebody have to go through any of that. Wouldn't wish that upon anybody. But he dealt. He's in charge of his life. He's a big boy, and he should know better.
He should, 100%.
Yeah.
Last but not least is that from the news that I have is Jaire Alexander from Green Bay has been released. Now, unfortunately, money-wise, I don't think we can afford him with the cap and all that. But he is another man that apparently has caused a bit of drama at Green Bay. If we had the cap space, would you welcome him, or would you be just as happy that he's going to go somewhere else?
Go somewhere else. They've built a team with really good characters in that locker room. And the last thing you want to do is bring somebody in that's going to change the feelings in there. And they don't need him.
No, they don't need him. 100%. Looking at some of the responses from Bills fans, because a few Bills posts were put up about would you want him here? The majority are happy enough that he's not. Seeing that he's coming. But yeah, that is the bits and pieces. I know Cincinnati are having issues with Hendrickson's contract and their rookie's contract. They're not playing for them, so they are one of our rivals, like as in for the AFC. And at the minute, they look like a team that has an offense that are second to none with their high standard quarterback and Joe Burrow and their wide receivers, but they're also a team that doesn't have a defense by the looks of it too.
Cincy, yeah. You're talking about Cincinnati now.
Yeah, Cincinnati. Yes, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't, I can't even comment on that because I don't know too much about Cincinnati. Once we get a little bit more into the season, I'll know some more. But no matter what, Joe Burrow, I think, is incredible.
He is.
I think he's going to have a big year this year. I think it's going to be a really tough game when they play here. It's just, I have so much respect for him as a player, on the field, off the field. So we shall see.
That's for sure. I was watching ESPN this morning here, and they put up the top 5 quarterbacks for MVP for this coming year. And there was Lamar Jackson, there was Josh Allen, there was Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and then the outsider of the top 5 is Jaden Daniels. But it shows you that for us to get to a Super Bowl, you have an awful lot of talent to get through between, the 4 out of the 5 were AFCs, and then they had the NFC. So we will have a battle on our hands, but we have, I like yourself, I believe we have an outfit that has a great team spirit there, has quality on the sideline to coach them, and we take one game at a time, but I think we could have a very good season ahead.
Yes, one game at a time, no injuries or very little injuries. We're never going to get out no injuries. I think, everybody's feeling like this is the year. I mean, we feel like that every year, right? But this year seems really extra special, and coming into the season with the I still call it the Ralph or Rich Stadium, Highmark, whatever. There's a lot out there right now that you can feel the momentum just building, and I hope that the guys can handle all of that, because Josh being the MVP coming in, there's so much going on, but they're mature enough to handle it all now, and especially Josh. I think Josh has really matured quite a bit over the past couple of years.
Yeah, exactly. And yes, it is a sad year in a way that it is the last year at that stadium, but it's also, what a better way to say goodbye to the stadium than being number 1.
Yes. Home field advantage. That's what we need this year. And goodbye, KC.
Exactly, 100%. And I do hope, and I'm jumping ahead now, but if we get to the playoffs, we have to get there first, and during the playoffs, I do hope we get KC in it, because I want to become number 1. I want to go through them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I agree. Let's dominate and say goodbye. You're no longer in charge of the era of whatever. So
that is it, 100%.
Yes.
So that is our show for this evening. We're going to go Tuesdays up until the end of July, and then pre-season should be kicking off at that stage, and then we'll go Tuesdays and Thursdays then for the Super Bowl. Please God.
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy to think that, but yep, Super Bowl. Here we come.
We have to think. Here we come. We have to think positively.
Think big. Absolutely.
Think big. So that's the show for tonight, folks. I want to thank Therese very much for coming along, my partner in crime. And thank you very much for watching. And until next Tuesday night again, as always, stay safe, stay happy, stay together. Go Bills, and horns up.
Horns up, go Bills.